music, R&B, hip hop, pop,
I still get you.
reggae, EDM, indie, old school,
Side. Check it.
and sports talk.
Right here.
WorldStarHitRadio.com.
Welcome to Connecting Atlanta Radio, hosted on the #1 WorldStarHitRadio.com. And I have two amazing guests here with me this evening, Alexandra and Philos with an S. And I met them not too long ago, and they're an amazing couple. And yes, they're married, so neither one of them are available for you. But I would consider them as to be a power couple here in Atlanta, making big things happen. They have a multimedia company and also an app development company. And I'm going to go ahead and let Philos get started and tell us how he got started in your entertainment. Go back from the beginning.
Okay, how y'all doing? It started back in 2008. We had just signed artist known as Young Thug, and we were just young in the industry, didn't know which way we were doing. It just was for fun. So we took Young Thug and we made him into a star. Mm-hmm. So we took the same thing that we did, the same treatment that we used for Young Thug. Mm-hmm. We began to sign other artists, and we used that same treatment to take other artists. To back it up a little bit, we kind of took over social media urbanly. Okay. Well, we're the company that you got the 10 and 20 million followers. Well, we built up Young Thug, we built up Emmanuel and DC's and all that. We built these guys from the social media. A lot of these guys' careers started in social media, so we just took advantage of it and took it to the next level.
YouTube and all that, right?
YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Vine, Facebook. I mean, our company holds over 20 million followers, so
that's awesome. That's awesome. So, so 20 million followers. That's fantastic. I think we have 50,000 or something like that, 100,000.
Y'all get with us. We'll build your numbers up, no problem.
So that's fantastic, because a lot of the artists were found out about on YouTube and different things like that by getting our following strong.
Yeah, a lot of artists were made from YouTube, and then they came with Vine, and then they came with Instagram and all this stuff. But what we did was, soon as the curve started coming for those new social media sites, we took it and kind of took advantage of it. Mm-hmm. So we started up the Ratchet People Meet, and we built that platform for just regular people to be able to send in their videos, whether you're funny or not. Mm-hmm. Send in your videos, and we put it on our platform, and that way we let the fans choose whether you should be a star or not. It ain't somebody. You're not in the competition. So
now, do people just get to upload their content for free there, or do they pay to have stuff featured on the front of the site? How does that work?
No, they do get to upload it for free. Mm-hmm. We do go through them and vet them and make sure that they're not doing nothing derogatory or something that can shut us down. Right. But they do get to upload it for free. So you got a platform where you have a platform with over 1 million followers that you can do whatever you want to do on.
Right. So,
yeah.
So you can blow up and explode. So. And I know that you guys are going to be creating an app sometime soon for that as well, right?
Believe it or not, we have an app in the making for Ratchet People Meet right now, and we have an app in the making for another show that we're coming out with that people haven't had it. They don't know about it yet, so we're gonna give it to them this summer.
We're staying tight-lipped about that one. I can't pry it out of you.
I'm gonna tell you like this. We are the ones that created Ratchet, so we're gonna take Ratchet, and we're gonna make it into a brand, the brand that we branded it to be. Mm-hmm. So y'all can be looking for a lot of TV shows, a few TV shows with Ratchet in the front of it. You're gonna know that it's us. So. Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome. And so, do you want to talk about anything? So, what's Ratchet People Meet? What is that leading up to now?
Ratchet People Meet is leading up into a Ratchet People Meet tour. We're actually about to start a tour in the next couple of months with DC Young Fly and the rest of the Ratchet People Meet crew.
It's a comedy tour, though, right?
It's a comedy tour, so that people will be clear what Ratchet People Meet is, because I talk to a lot of people and they give me Ratchet. Oh, Ratchet People Meet. So Ratchet People Meet is it's not gonna be ratchet.
Right, because I remember I asked you why the word ratchet.
Right.
So can you explain that to the audience and give them an...
Well, what we did was when we had Philip and Emmanuel Hudson, we came up with this ratchet song, and we took the song and took it viral. We were the first one to go to BET without a major label and took our video there, and that's where it started from. It just went crazy from there. So we went on and locked it in, and everything that we did from thenceforth, we started making it into ratchet, started putting it up on our ratchet umbrella.
Okay.
So what I did, we took that, started up the tour, and now we're turning the ratchet into a full-fledged umbrella with a lot of stuff up under it. So we got a lot of stuff coming this summer. We're gonna let people know we're here. We're here to stay.
That's awesome. So now you're pretty much creating a full conglomerate, and that's creating a whole multimedia team.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about, like, when you guys were talking about the apps and so forth, and I know that you have an app development company. So can you share a little bit about what brought you to where you're at now with your app development company and so forth?
Well, being that he has an entertainment company, we were starting to recognize the trend in recognizing that artists, entertainers, they're a business. They have a craft they can sell. So in looking at that, a couple of his artists decided they needed their own app so that, that's their body of work.
I saw one of them was hot.
So thank you. So when, I kind of want to eliminate the business card, so to speak. Every business, small business, or, again, if you have a craft, should have your own app. And again, it would eliminate the business card as well as help you to monetize that data on the back end that you're getting.
Right.
Which this day and age is, I kind of liken it to, I wish my mom had bought property back in the day when it was like a nickel.
Right. Oh yeah, that's so true. It's property on your phone.
Right. So right now it's digital real estate.
Right.
So the sooner you start, collecting that data, the longer you have to collect it, the more data you have, the more leverage you have with advertisers.
Right.
Because once you have that data on the back end, you have email information, you have phone numbers, you have demo,
Huge.
you have whether they're Latin, Caucasian, what their demo is. So that becomes huge advertisers, and all of us listening, watching TV, sitting in the car, each of us have the ability to monetize that. It doesn't have to be a business. It could be an idea. It could be anything that is, that can be in an app form. So that is a way, and we saw the trend, knowing that that's where it's going. And if you don't have an app, you're kind of like out of the loop.
Yeah.
The app is the new website. In order to feel credible, or for a business to be recognized as credible back then, do you have a website?
Right.
And now, we're no longer guaranteed to, we can reach our customers, but we're not sure that we're engaging with our consumer base, because with emails, there's no guarantee anymore. I know each one of us have the little red bubble on our phone with about 26,000 emails that we have not opened.
Right, exactly.
Me personally, I do. So therefore, the business doesn't know if they've actually engaged with their consumer. Through an app, whether you're an artist or a business or whatever it is, you have the ability through push notifications to engage immediately up to the minute with that customer. So your customer acquisition costs decline, because once your marketing budget is spent, that's it.
Yeah.
Because you have the ability to go through your app on the back end and upload all your whatever information that you have that you want to put out there, that you want to have your customer know, whether it be a loyalty program, whether it be a discount, if you're a bar or something like that and you're having a party, karaoke night, whatever it is, and you want to drive business to your location, you can do that through your push notification through an app.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
I know we need to get an app here at the station, so
yes.
that would be awesome. So we need to talk to her. Now, you guys also, I think you guys were talking about, correct me if I'm wrong, we were talking about how someone's able to go in somewhere, and then when they leave, I think it was like 24 hours
the GeoNet
or something like that, and then they'll continue to get
the GeoNet
notifications and stuff, right?
Right. That's the marketing.
It's called GeoNet. It's part of our marketing
platform.
Marketing platform that we use. We're going to be using it on the tour. We're going to be using it with the TV shows because we're actually branded. So we're going to have brands, we're going to have shirts, we're going to have all these things to come with it. Geo-netting is some of my guys that we all come together and we form one. We reach out to them, and whoever come to our shows, they're able to tag their phones and actually market to them for the next 30 days. So that's a big thing that's not happening in a lot going on with the marketing right now because a lot of people don't know about it.
I know, that's hot. Because if you think about it, like say you guys have a show, right? And you have like 10,000 people that have just walked out of that show and say 70% of those people loved what you had, right? You could send literally a message to those individuals saying, buy our hottest song now for 99 cents.
Right.
That's an additional like $7,000 you just made like that just by sending out a message to individuals' phones, and then you follow up with them for 24 hours or something like that.
30 days.
But that's an opportunity that advertisers that work with our consulting company would have the ability to do with us, through us. They all the advertisers
have something like that. That's like that's also another thing. This is what I was thinking about. If you ever think about like when people walk into retail stores and so forth, they walk in, I don't see anything here that I like or I want or whatever, and then they walk back out. But that is your second touch to that individual.
Right.
And the third and so forth. Oh, we're doing a special. Was there something that you needed that you didn't get today or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And
timing. Advertising is timing.
It's all about timing.
They market to them all the way up until a time of purchase. So you
right.
got to understand that we'll actually bring in something new to the touring and just something new to the marketing, period. This is something, we're doing a tour like nobody else has done it.
Yeah.
Anytime you got a tour you got one of the hottest guys out right now that's dropping 2 movies this year. We're doing the TV shows. We're doing a competition, y'all, so be on the lookout for it. You'll hear about it when you hear Ratchet. So just upload your videos and we'll judge and you can win some stuff.
Yeah.
But when you got the hottest one of the hottest guys out right now as far as the comedy scene go, it's just only right that you take it into another realm, another level. Because we can continue to do the same thing. We're looking around at artists now. Everybody's looking at Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, the guys that are still doing it.
Oh my gosh, Kevin Hart is like the master.
Right.
I mean, he went from being like a B-rated star to an A-star just from
Soul Plane. Remember Soul Plane?
Soul Plane, I know. That was like B-rated at that point. To being like, right, exactly. To like an A-rated star just through like social media and developing up his brand and being consistent and
he's funny.
Being funny and goofy and just real and transparent and
he's great.
And all that. There was I'm not going to say his name, but there was a comedian that came here who's actually on a talk show now. But he had came through Atlanta recently, and he was not selling any merchandise whatsoever. I was like, he left so much money sitting, money on the table.
And that's the other thing with the app. You know, with you know, you being an artist or an entertainer, you have the ability kind of, and you know, every contract and every label and every artist is different, so I'm not gonna, you know, broad stroke it here. But for the most part, you can kind of circumvent. You know, if you're a new independent artist, you can circumvent a label because now you have the ability through your own app to market yourself, to market your merchandise. If you have T-shirts, hats, shoes, whatever it is, you can put that in the app and everyone can buy it. You can create a free app with in-app purchases. There's a million ways to go about doing it, and you can monetize all of it.
Exactly. And then instead of walking around, I mean, you can still do this or whatever, but you know, the independent artists that walk around saying,
with their CDs,
buy my CD, please buy my CD for $5, buy my CD for $5, whatever. You know, and now instead they could go to your app and listen to some samples.
Right, and not only that, it's a much better presentation.
Yes, more professional.
You know, and you have the ability to put, you know, unlike, you know, like you're saying with the CDs, they have that particular, they just dropped a mixtape. But that's just that tape. Versus having an app. And you say you have 6 other mixtapes in your app, you can have all of them. So I might not like the one you hit me with at the mall, but you got 5 other ones on here. So there's something there I might like. So it gives me the opportunity, you can archive your work and have it there for sale.
Yeah.
For purchase.
And it's true because even like major artists, They'll have like a CD or whatever. They'll drop an album that has like 15 songs on it, and there'll be like 2 that you'll like on there. You know what I'm saying?
They're called fillers.
So it's just
Fillers, right? So the rest are the fillers, right? So
there's 2 good ones and the rest are fillers.
so you guys are also, I want to talk about this as well. You guys are doing some stuff with the children, with the kids,
right.
and so forth. Can you share a little bit about that with us, please?
I'm vice chairman of KDK, KDK For Kids, nonprofit. And what we do, we go to these schools and we try to encourage the kids not just only to stay in school, but I want to give them a sense of authenticity with the artists that they're looking up to. I want them to be able to know that they're tangible, be able to touch them and see that I could be him. I could be in that situation. This guy's from Adamsville. This guy's from Bankhead. This guy's from, the same areas that I grew up in. So we're doing that. We feel that we're touching, we're coming down and saying, hey, anybody can be where I am. Anybody, all you got to do is want it. And we give them that extra push. I'm working alongside of BDG Mobile, my partner, K.O. Cates, so producer. He created a BDG program where we're actually teaching kids from 1st to 12th grade how to do all curriculums through music.
It's an amazing program.
We're not trying to oust the teachers, but we're bringing something that can help build them up because it keeps their attention span.
Right,
It's a supplement to the current curriculum.
That's awesome.
So we're working with that. We're having a studio built now. Hopefully it'll be up in the next 4 to 5 months, and we're gonna actually have kids coming in and teaching them how to do filming, how to do music. We're creating a multimedia group as we speak now. We should be dropping it on the 4th of July weekend. We'll probably have an RSVP, so you're invited. Come out and see. We're gonna release a lot of the stuff that we're doing, that we've been doing, and we're gonna share it with people then. And we're just trying to touch these kids, man. Take these kids. It ain't about being an athlete. It ain't about being a rapper. It's about knowing what you're good at and taking it and being successful at it. So that's my main goal with going into these schools and actually really touching kids.
That's awesome. And I know you guys are going to create some type of internship work program, so the way that especially the older kids, they have an opportunity to make some money and invest it back into themselves or their college or car or whatever.
Right. OJC. She's also come up, just throw a little part in. She wrote a financial program.
I was just about to say that.
Right. She wrote a financial program, and with the I'm not gonna speak on it long, but the financial program, I think myself, because I'm looking at my young artists on the regular, well, they're not good with monies.
Right.
They're not good with monies at all. And then by the time they consider to say, hey, let me try and stop my spending, it's too late. You done did too much spending now.
Right.
And now you're trying to stop it right when you're at ground zero.
Right.
So it's more or less, we're thinking about all areas when we're dealing with these kids. You got some kids that turn the stars at a young age. So if you're 15, 16 years old and you run into 6, 7 million, you need to know how to move with that money.
Right.
Because typically, unfortunately, especially in our community, the parents don't know how to manage the money.
My parents didn't either, actually.
Well, I'm part of your family.
Yeah.
So, again, our community.
Right.
They're not aware of it. So I had, I'd struggled with my son in high school, and it used to frustrate me because he's a super smart kid. But he was, he's into technology. He still is, but he was really into technology in high school. And other things didn't matter. And to get him to graduate, we had to get through this calculus class. And it just really frustrated me that he had no interest in math in terms of his future, his career. And as I pondered this and trying to figure out how to deal with it, it came to me, or I had always had an issue. My background is in finance, but I just had an issue with the antiquated curriculum that we have currently in place. Yeah. Especially as far as maths are concerned. I think for me, for our economy to ever grow and to come out of the space that it's been in prior to is to have an understanding of how money works.
Mm-hmm.
And if our children don't have an understanding at the very, very basic foundation at home, you know, there's no understanding of how money works. I mean, you have interest, you have mortgages, you have credit cards, there's a
lot,
myriad
so
of things.
much.
You know,
Don't forget taxes.
in my experience, right.
Inflation, this is another form of taxation.
In my experience as an adult, and I had a mortgage company, I would have, so my clients would be entertainers, it'd be attorneys, and you know, I remember this one young lady I was doing a loan, and we're sitting across the table, and I'm helping her go over her mortgage coupon. She's an attorney, and she didn't even understand the basic of what her interest was and how the interest worked in her mortgage. And I would have athletes, NFL athletes. The craziest story. What do you mean I can't write a check? I still have checks. No, the checks are connected to the money in the bank.
Oh, wow.
No, I have checks. I can write the checks.
Really?
So, yes.
Oh my
These
gosh.
are grown-ups. And this is why what happens is, you know, in my experience, I would realize these people have money managers because they didn't understand money.
Right.
But then their money managers are robbing them blind. Because they don't understand money. So it just always bothered me. So I just always wanted to, so I wrote the curriculum. I mean, it was burning in my belly. I remember the eve of my 40th birthday. I could not sleep. I wrote. Put the program out there. Started doing some teaching with at-risk youth. And I would just teach them and speak to them in, you know, dollars and cents and plus and minuses and, you know, withdrawals and deposits. So they would understand money, just the language of money. And, you know, if they participated, I would deposit. If they didn't participate, had attitude that day, I would withdraw from their bank accounts. But they didn't even understand bank accounts. So it's just the fundamental, just the basics of understanding money. And it's different from when I actually wrote the program, because I remember when I wrote the program, we had to basically balance our register.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even do that anymore.
I think someone was talking about that. Clark Howard was saying something about, you know, balancing your statement at the end of the month.
Right.
I was like,
that's very old school.
I was like, how? I don't even remember the last time I've done that. I just want to make sure I have enough money in there. I know what my bills are, and
well, now in this day and age with the technology, you know, there's apps out there
that cover
can
it all.
help you balance. But if you don't know what it means, and what I wrote, and I don't know if you got the
Yes,
opportunity to read
I
it.
did.
But, you know, understanding the difference between compounding interest, understanding the difference between paying interest and earning interest. What do you do to earn interest? What does it cost you to pay interest? What is the Social Security? What do all these? I was about, I don't know how old I was when, and I was speaking to clients, they didn't even know what 401 is. People don't, and I don't know, well, most companies still have, they don't have pensions anymore, but the 401s are still there. But people don't understand that, and understand how it works, and understand, you know, the unknown variable at the end when you have to pay the taxes when you collect on it. You know, it's just all these things that just, you know, so for me, for the kids, like my husband's always said, find out the root of the problem. And, you know, a lot of things, that's the basic root at home. It starts there when they're children. And what if we can teach them as they're growing, and they're, you know, then they'll have an understanding of how to better manage their money. And that's really the basic, you know, manage it. You know, don't have, and I used to call it a $35 hamburger. It's not that anymore because Barack stopped that. But back when you would have $5 in the bank, you go to McDonald's, or I'm sorry, $3 in the bank, you swipe your card, go to McDonald's, you don't have enough money in there, you got a $35 charge now. So you had a $40 McDonald's hamburger.
Exactly.
And people are like, huh, what do you mean? What are you talking about? No, but that's ultimately what you ended up doing.
Or if, like, I think the banks had gotten sued on that, is when they would have, you'd have like say $300 in your account, and you'd have a $250 bill that would come through after, it would come through after everything else. It would come through after the $5, the $20, the $30 or whatever.
Charges.
So technically it was the $5 or whatever, but the $250 was the last thing charged. Everything else should have cleared first, but they take the $250 first and bounce you on everything else. And they did get sued on that. Which was, I was like, I remember that happened to me.
20 million songs that are included. It's unlimited text. No contract, none of that.
No contract, no nothing.
It's just similar, and I don't want to call call a competitor's name, but it was similar to a
prepaid type of cell phone or something like that.
But it's not prepaid. It's no contract, and it's a service. It's on Verizon network. Whatever phones you have, You'll be able to port your number over and have all the services.
That's awesome.
So so they're doing the same business model, same target demo,
But
with
they're
the
adding
exception of adding those additional
extra
features.
That's awesome, and that's really that target market is that type of that needs that all encompass.
Which is what we focus on. That's
Right.
the 20 million mark. 20 million followers are our
Huge.
demo. Is our demo.
I work a lot with lenders and different individuals that work within more that market space, and it's really very large market. So it's it's a great opportunity for you guys. So is there any the show's about up. So is there any last thing that you guys would like to share today with the audience?
We have one more thing we'd like to share. We're gonna be rolling out this new brand of alcohol. It's called Humphrey Bogart. So y'all look for it to be a Humphrey Bogart something.
Where would they be able to find it?
We're in process right now to putting it out
I'll
there.
have to come back on the show.
Yeah.
If you call us back, we should have your whole thing full of it. I see y'all got a lot to drink over
And
there.
do you guys have a website or anything, like one website where they can get updated information about all your ventures and stuff and what you guys are doing?
Before we start the tour and before we get everything up and going, the TV shows and all, the sites are being built, the app is being built. So by the time, hopefully in a couple of weeks, you can call us back and everything is up and going. Y'all will be able to run you
And
to
we'll
the
update
site.
it on the show and all that stuff as
But
well.
if they're
with whatever
interested,
links.
if anyone's interested in building an app, creating an app for their business or their art, they can reach me at 770, that's your number, 240-0700. That's for the apps.
770-240-0700 for the apps.
Right.
So-
You want us, Ratchet People Meet, you want us to come to
Advertising.
your city, to tour. You want us to come to your city.
Doing marketing or advertising, we are looking for sponsors for the tour.
You want
Okay.
us to come to your city, you want us to come because when we come, we're going to bring more than just a laugh. We're going to come and probably do a whole day. So once we're there, it's Ratchet Day.
It's Roger Day.
It's Ratchet Day. Y'all might well shut everything down. We come to shut it down.
Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in today to Connecting Atlanta Radio, hosted on the #1 WorldStarHitRadio.com. And we'll be back here every week, every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. to 8 o'clock. And we do have Connecting Atlanta has our next business workshop for social media mastery on June the 2nd. And you can find out more info at connectingatlanta.net. And have an amazing night, everyone. Goodbye.
The hottest music, R&B, hip hop, pop,
I still get you.
reggae, EDM, indie, old school,
Side, check it.
and sports talk.
Right here.
WorldStarHitRadio.com.